Weird. One of our followers, Conscious Evolution, was saying that he couldn't find this drop on any SPY chart, but it's definitely here. SPY, March 18th. We're recording this live. Not sure what's going on with his charts. Even if this wasn't here, though, this move right here could still be considered the fulfillment, like in a period of sideways rotation, a drop back to a support level, right? But I think this is really, like I said, I think this is really what this was speaking of. And it looks like it's been pretty sidewaysy, aside from in the pre-market, pretty sidewaysy here, as expected. One thing to be on the lookout for is a low here near the close in the midst of a period of price swings. And if the low isn't there at the close, then I'd say very, very strong likelihood it would be in the pre-market. It's a tough reading. This is a tough reading because there were so many correlations to the high card. Probably more sidewaysy kind of behavior based on the truths here. But you want to be on the lookout for this fast sudden move higher that marks the end of a period of volatility. It's probably here somewhere. And there's a low here between 10 and 11 ish. This is where I'm at right now, so I kind of capped off any gains with these calls, but really what I was doing is I was managing my risk tolerance because four contracts, when you've got 2,400 in the account, four contracts is definitely over my risk tolerance. So I kind of like capped it off. Provided that we go south, I'll have collected not much. It's just, it's more so just to like kind of like cap it off rather than closing the position, which would have taken like 3 day trades, and I was already at my limit. Right, I've got a day trade now, and then probably I think I probably don't get the other two until Friday. And I try my best not to open up new positions like until I've cleared this. I'm back to zero on this day trade counter. It seems like when I trade, that's what'll happen. I'll do really well. I'll run out of day trades, and then I'll start making silly decisions to avoid day trades. And it's like it's just so stupid. So patience is patience and poise is much more important. Hey, Chad. Hey, no worries. Do what you can do, my friend. Well, things are about to really get wild because we've just entered the influence of retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I mean that's usually what happens when we enter into retrograde, or like when we enter into the influence of retrograde, I should say. Usually see some sort of dump, but it's not always the case. What I've always seen is a lot of volatility, like a huge increase in volatility. Probably 75% of the time ends up being bearish moving into retrograde, but there have been cases where there was huge moves higher too. Are you talking about for Bitcoin? Hey Adam, are you still seeing a USO long exit tomorrow and Friday? Hey, it was luck. Nice, nice move. Yes. Um, so we've tapped that RSI, right? We've tapped that RSI on the 1 day chart, candlestick chart. So the prudent investor would probably exit here. You probably would leave some on the table if you exited here, but this wouldn't be an awful place to exit, to be clear. Um, but let me see what the cards have to say. It looks like probably Wednesday. So it looks like probably Wednesday, actually. Wednesday or Thursday, and then whatever of those days it is, on Friday, it looks like we revisit that same price level in some erratic behavior. So, whatever, like, I think the crest is probably on Wednesday. We have the Magus card on Thursday, and then the Pleasure card on Friday. But Wednesday is the Princess of Wands, which is really, it's a good exit. But again, remember, the prudent investor might exit right here. I think you'd probably leave some on the table, though. Hey, Hamza. Jasmine for this week. Yeah, so we've got a period of volatility and a sharp drop that stands out in that period of volatility for today, and that looks like that could have been what took place. We've got the rain, like the oppression card, which is a range bound card on Tuesday. It's probably this range right here. Yeah, it's probably this range right here. Um, We have a mixed day on Wednesday where we pop through resistance and then we stay above it briefly, break back down through it with a full retracement. Thursday we've got a breakout on a multi-day scale, and then I got the unicursal for Friday mixed with the Magus. Interesting. Well, overall for the week, it looks like it's kind of like a U-shaped dip. A80s hairbands forever. Do I feel most cryptos will go down a lot in 2025? Bitcoin and most alts? I don't have a photo for that. Weird. I see a decline in quite a few coins, but it's not in all coins. I see it in Bitcoin. I don't so much see it in Ethereum. I see it in Dogecoin. Don't so much see it in Jasmy. Don't so much see it in ICP. I see it in H bar. You know, it's kind of mixed. In the coming 10-year period, which commodity outperforms gold versus Bitcoin? So do you mean from like 2030 to 2039, or you mean from 2025 to 2035? What do you ask him there? Hey Robert. Uh Gold, not even a close, like, that's crazy. Gold. Gold. Hey Proof. I was looking at 2030 to 2039 for Bitcoin and gold, but yes, that's what I gold. I see huge move in gold over the next several years. Bitcoin, the reason why it probably looks like that is because Bitcoin's so erratic. Gold is probably doing like this steady climb with not a lot of volatility, and Bitcoin might like outperform at one point or another, but then like underperform at another point and outperform and underperform. That's my sense is probably why it went that way. But 2024 to 2034, I didn't get a clear answer to that. Maybe it's because Hermes is in my face, you little face stalker. How's overall look on Jupiter Ordi coin for April? Something in my eye. So Jupiter looks bullish from now into April, and then super bullish in April. Ordi coin. Ordi doesn't look nearly as bullish as Jasmine. Overall, looks like we'll probably decline more so in April. Might even go lower here into April, from here into April. Did I name my dog Hermes because of the Two of Cups from Tarot? I named him Hermes after the herald, the Greek mythological figure Hermes, or the herald of the gods. A lot of people say he's the messenger god, but he's not the messenger god. He's the herald of the gods. Technically, he's a messenger god, but really he's the herald of the gods. The guy, he's the one with the little wings on his feet. So that's why I named him that. And it was also because I got him right on the edge of Mercury retrograde, which I felt a little nervous about, but I wasn't turning down the opportunity. And so Mercury is the same as Hermes. It's just Roman versus Greek. You're welcome, Proof. And you're just a big buster, huh? You're just a big buster. Are you gonna go to sleep? He like literally sits in my lap like a little person. He's like sitting on his butt right now. His front legs are up. He's just sitting on my lap like a little person. See, hey. I mentioned Gala is a solid buy in March to hold through June. Is now a good time? Guys, I'm gonna take a look at MAGA coin as well, which really has nothing to do with Trump. But my sense is that there's there's going to be a pump in it. I mean, I think Trump probably takes the White House again. I predicted that a couple of years ago. Maybe, I don't know, when he lost it, basically, is when I predicted he'd be back in the White House. So I think that coin pumps, even though technically has nothing to do with Trump for whatever reason. I think it'll pump. I'm going to look at it in more detail. So it might be like a quick trade to make at some point. All right, so Gala. No, we go lower. I would look for RSI down here. Is it bad to get a surgery when Mercury is in retrograde? I mean, I wouldn't advise it. So there's a couple things about getting surgery during Mercury retrograde, right? Much more likely to be some sort of mistakes or silly errors or getting an infection, you know, much more likely to have like it just not go smoothly, like everything goes right but not smoothly. But what a lot of people don't realize when they talk about Mercury retrograde is that what you do in Mercury retrograde, you're almost certainly going to repeat in some way, shape, or form in the next retrograde, and probably the one after that, and for several retrogrades. I know this because I once got some dental work done during a retrograde, and I literally every time I needed to get dental work done for like the next, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 years, it seemed like it would end up being during retrograde, and I would try my best to avoid it, and it would be like right on the edge, and it would be in the midst of me doing all these other things that need to be done. It was so disruptive, you know. But the point is you don't want to repeat dental surgery or find yourself revisiting a dentist chair like every 90 days. You know, you don't want to find yourself repeating a surgery or revisiting the surgical slab, whatever you want to call it, every 90 days either. But you can't always avoid it, you know. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Like if you have an elective surgery, definitely want to avoid Mercury retrograde. And probably eclipses too. Uh, 80s hair bands forever. You can ask any question, dude. You know, it doesn't have to be money related. I forgot to announce on Friday that special link. See if I'm trying to find that link. Here we go. So what I was going to announce on Friday was this special link. You can't navigate to this through the website. You can only get it by going directly to this link, which is tarotfortraders.com/product dash page slash special. And it's you get 2 1 years, which are currently $4.99 a piece. Normally, you get two of them for $600. You select the year of the report, select the year of the second report, enter the crypto or ticker, and add to cart. Great way to support the channel. And I mean, it's $400 off. Serious deal there. I'll leave that there actually. Will Bitcoin go down more into tomorrow? It seems no bounce as well as SHIB. No, I still think there's a move to the upside here, proof. To back to an important technical price level. But we might go lower before that happens too. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty wild, but it looks like we probably go lower than we are currently before there's this big move to an important technical price level on a multi-day scale. Arbitrum, I'm pretty sure I got Arbitrum somewhere. Or it's on the list. Looks like it's on the list. So when will Arbitrum go back to all-time highs? That's not good. That looks super bearish. Well, we're coming up on the bottom end of RSI, but remember, you'll bounce through it, come back, bounce through it again usually, or drop back through it again usually before you see a reversal. Well, that does look like there's a Fibonacci fan thing going on, actually. I'm getting kind of unclear info here. Let me try a different way. I don't see it going back to all-time highs in 2024. Hey, Ellen. Has Algo bottomed? I mean, there's likelihood of a lowest low here, but then we're really close to a highest high again. Um, let's see. Yeah, looks like it has. This is kind of bottoming out here, so probably right around this resistance here. And then there's this unexpected move higher into a high. It looks like. So we might go just a tad lower, like to this two point or 0.24135. But what I would probably do is open up a partial, just in case we go a little bit lower. I'm pretty sure you mentioned in Crypto Pickers that AGIX is a good buy in March. Do you mind checking if now is a good time? No, I didn't cover that one. I don't have that one in my alt pickers. I'm not sure where you got that one from. It was luck. How about audio until April? Audio I've got in the alt pickers. So it's actually possible that that this was the high for the year here. Like we had this huge move from the very start of the year, but there's a high pretty close to the to like that might be like eight. That actually is probably April. That's probably April, and we have this decline in like out of it out of that high. So we probably continue rallying here into April. Let me see. I got a yes. Maybe AGIX was a question in live stream. Well, let's take a look. Is that it? Singularity net? I think this was something I looked at in live stream. So the question is now a good time to buy in? Probably not. Doesn't really look like it, but let's see what the cards say. Actually, it does look like it's a good buy here, based on the cards. Could Jasmine revisit its high from this year? Pretty sure, yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it looks like it does several times, multiple times throughout the year. It's very wild. Very wild 2024. Nice. And there's that move at the end of the day into the lows as expected. And with that said, guys, I'm gonna roll. Hey, Joe. We were check out what we were saying about USO because I somebody asked me about it earlier on this session. And it looks like it might actually be Wednesdays. That's the day you want to exit. Yeah. But with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. And again, I'll just put that. I was supposed to announce it yesterday, or excuse me, on Friday. Forgot to do so. This is that special offer. You can't navigate to this on the website. You can only get it by going directly to this link, tarotfortraders.com/products-page/special. Right? It's 2 1-year reports. Normally $4.99 a pop, $600 for 2 of them, getting $400 off. So 40% discount. Great way to support. And much appreciation to all my angel investors. Blessings. I'll see you guys tomorrow.